Àwọn àgbààgbà ikọ̀ wọn kò fẹ́ràn odò sí wa kó wà láyé lọ. Ó máa ṣe òye, kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Ọba ní ìrúdọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ láwùjọ. Ìlà yìí tó ní bẹ́ẹ̀. Èrò bá mi kọ́ mọ́ládé mọ́. Èmi kí ọmọ ìyàn ilẹ̀ àkọ́jú ọkùnrin yòókù. Èrò bá mi kọ́ mọ́ wọn ní ipò ọmọ rẹ̀. Ìdá màrọ́ fún màmá ti di pẹ̀lẹ́ ọmọ màrọ́ fún màmá ṣojú. Sunday ẹ̀yẹ tó má ṣe bọ́ kí ẹ̀ hàn sí ní gbọ́mọ́. Òrìṣà tí ó ṣe bọ́kọ̀ màdé lẹ́kùn ni ṣe bí ẹ̀ ò ọmọ làbẹ̀lẹ̀. Ẹ̀bà lè jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ lọ jẹ́. Adéyẹmí ọmọ sọ́wọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ láìda. Ibi orí tó kọ́kọ́ ní wípé Yorùbá nation ìlọ́gbọ́ ìbàgìrì. Ẹ̀dá bí lẹ́ṣọ́ mọ̀ òye. Ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Oníyẹ̀wò òye. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká lórí. Ọjọ́ wo ni wọ́n dalẹ̀ ìfẹ́ tó kankan? Àwọn kan sáré kọ́lé tẹ̀rẹ̀. Èrè bó bàjẹ́ kókò mi làwọn kan sá. Ṣó dára kí dára ṣó ìwà lọ́kùn? Yorùbá ẹ̀rọ ló tẹ́wọ́ fi mọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Ọlọ́run kò sàn ìwà ká. Ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò. Ọba ní ìrúdọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ láwùjọ.
Meet the business account, making things simple. A business account.
Ó yà mí lẹ́nu omi dùn kọ́ mi. Ìdí táwọn àgbààgbà yìí tó kọ́ mi lè sòdodo. Ó ti sọ́wọ́ àjẹgẹ́ wá jọba. Ìrọ̀lọ́wọ́ àgbààgbà ìgbé dání dúró mi. Ó máa ṣe òye. Ó máa mú lọ́wọ́. Ọba ní ìrúdọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ láwùjọ. Ọba mẹ́wàá ikọ̀ mẹ́wàá yóò máa lòlẹ̀ ayé tó.
And we welcome you back once again to the conversation as we are now preparing for the discussion that we were having earlier on. And I guess we should be much more stable so that I can complete this presentation properly. This is the part 2 of the presentation, and I welcome us back to what we were discussing earlier on. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí the live transmission. So we are back, and I would like to do justice to this presentation as much as possible. So if you're joining me for the first time, this is koikimedia, where we bring the world closer to the doorsteps. And this is where we discuss what we need to know when it comes to the right to self-determination, and try to do some kind of comparison with other countries that gain their independence, what they have to do, what the process was, and how those countries eventually became countries today. So all these is what I'm going to be discussing tonight. And I welcome you once again in Woolwich. I welcome you in Scotland, in Wales, from wherever you're joining me tonight, and welcome once again. As I'm about to start the presentation from where we were earlier, so we will just do a recap of what we want to discuss. All my platforms is working. I haven't set up the Twitter yet. I don't know whether we should go live on it. I believe that the system I'm using now is a bit much stable and much stronger than the previous one. So, but for now, let me just focus on the presentation. Mo kí gbogbo wa, mo fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé Yorùbá mo fẹ́ sọ tó pọ̀ jù lálẹ́ láti lè fi ṣe àlàyé fún gbogbo àwọn tí ó ń gbọ́ mi. Torí pé ó ń dùn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo akitiyan tí a ti ń bá bọ̀, kí ló wá lè dé tí Declaration Yorùbá Nation tí wá sí ìmúṣẹ? Kí ló lè máa fà á tí bàbá Akíntóyè ò tí make that declaration tó wá jẹ́ pé ìyá Dagboru kan tó wá dé ló wá make declaration tí declaration yẹn wá ń di awuyewuye láàrin àwa àti àwọn. Gbogbo ẹni máa ṣàlàyé fún yín ní orí ètò ìlálẹ́ as much as tí bá lè ṣe. Tá bá parí ẹ̀ lálẹ́ a tún wá padà wá lọ́la, kò bá take wa ní couple of days. It is not about pé kó lọ ṣe declaration. It is about what happened nígbà tẹ́ bá ṣe pé ẹ ti declare. Kí ni authenticity ẹ̀, pé tí gbogbo àgbáyé ò bá tẹ̀ gbọ́ pé tó ò bá tẹ̀ accept pé wọ́n declare Yorùbá Nation, kí ló dé tí wọ́n tún sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀? Àti pé ṣé Ukraine tó declare ní 32 years ago, aago 10 àbọ̀ ló ṣẹ̀lú. Ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti gbára pọ̀ mọ́ wa padà. so ẹ jẹ́ ká wọnú ètò yẹn lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bí mo ti ṣe ń kí ọmọdé náà ni mò ń kí àgbàlagbà a kí ọba Elédùmarè ọba tó ní wá tó dá wa ọba tí ó ń fi làákàyè tí a fi ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń fún wa ṣe so ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí fídíò tí a wò lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ jẹ́ ká play lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí again and let's allow the advert to pass through. Now let's listen to it.
Had been called by the leaders of last week's coup. Gorbachev promised that after a new union treaty was signed,
there'd be immediate negotiations with republics which want independence. But the union is now breaking up without him. This pro-independence rally in the Ukraine was just another example of the mood of separatism sweeping the nation. Local officials in the capital, Kiev, stormed the Communist Party headquarters, requisitioning documents and sealing offices. Party activity has been suspended. Mr. Gorbachev now seems unable to prevent that collapse. His union treaty is looking increasingly irrelevant, most republics opting for direct agreements free of central control.
Вам потрібно радитися, я хочу вас запитати. І
Скільки вже можна радитися? Адже кожен депутат сьогодні час такий, що має мати свою власну позицію. А проголошення не...
Now, mo fẹ́ kí a fi ẹ̀mí sí nísìn. Nígbà tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bá ń béèrè pé declaration kí ni meaning declaration ẹ rí pé àwọn tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí inú ilé amòfin wọn ni wọ́n wà nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ka Act of Declaration of Independence of Ukraine. Ìbéèrè tí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi sẹ́mi nísìn ni pé kí ló wá dé tí àwọn Yorùbá politician mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá aládàá tẹ́tí wọlé ẹ̀yin ìyá lálùbáríkà ẹ̀tẹ̀yin bàbá lálùbáríkà àtẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ kí ló wá dé tí declaration tí Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ṣe kí ló dé tí a fi ń sọ pé ó wà invalid kò sí nǹkan kan tó jẹ́ pé ó declare àfi pé ó parọ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá 32 years ago làwọn eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe yìí ẹ rí pé ó ní àpẹẹrẹ ẹ̀mí pé àwọn olóṣèlú wọn náà fọwọ́ sí so ó make it at some point easy for that declaration to sustain. Reason tí bàbá Akíntóyè táwọn kan ní ìjọ ló máa declare ṣé kò ní declare ni mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Kúnlé Bakers ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ Ọlọ́run bá ń fi gbogbo ọkàn ẹ balẹ̀ bó ti ṣe fi ọkàn tàwa náà balẹ̀ á fi tiẹ̀ náà balẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you so much for your love and for being there with us for a very long time. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí wọlé ìyá wa náà mo kí ẹ má kí n fi kíké ká má fi distract program torí pé mo fẹ́ kí a kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́. Èní ni Independence Day àwọn Ukraine. Mo kí Jayajaya tó bá wà lórí ètò. Mo kàn fẹ́ ká ní a better understanding. Now, ẹ rí pé àtàràlú tá bá lọ padà sí bíbáyìí ẹ rí pé there is a kind of a jubilation. Àwa ò tí ì rí declaration yẹn múlẹ̀ àmọ́ a ti wà in 7% out of 10 from the rally tá à ń gbé jáde tá bá wo rally táwọn eléyìí ṣe ẹ rí pé èyí tí bàbá olóyè Ìgbòho ṣe gan ojú ilé gan lọ. Èyí tí olóyè dẹ̀ ń ṣe ni pé pushing this kind of message ó máa force àwọn olóṣèlú to come to exactly what we want tí wọ́n ní fi rí election yẹn ṣe tí election yẹn ṣe ní fi wáyé àwa la máa pushi àwọn olóṣèlú láti make act of declaration if that is what we are going to call it ní gbogbo house of assembly wa because nígbà tá a bá ti block wọn mọ́nu house tí wọ́n lè ṣe kankan tí a bombard wọn mọ́bẹ̀ tó ń ṣe pé a kó bọn lọ bọ̀ in large quantity in large proportion of people just like báwọn Ukrainian ṣe ṣe ní 32 years ago ó wà lára àwọn tó force àwọn representative wọn láti accept pé though àwọn kan wà lára àwọn representative wọn that wanted a full exit out of what is called the Soviet Union níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn but àwọn kan fẹ́ lọ just like báwa náà ṣe ní wọn nísìn lóòótọ́ tá a bá tẹkùn àwọn olóṣèlú kọ̀ọ̀kan I'm sure pé wọ́n máa ní yes but àwa ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ àwa expect ẹ̀yin pé kẹ́ push okay TikTok doesn't like picking numbers so ó ti disconnect wa wàhálà wọn ti pọ̀ jù so I'm just gonna leave it for now. ẹ rí i pé àwa ló yẹ ká push àwọn representatives wa láti Kwara, Kogi, Ondo, Ọ̀ṣun, Ọ̀yọ́, Lagos State and Ogun State but they knew that the kind of force tó ń bọ̀ the kind of energy tó ń bọ̀ ó máa translate sí pé àwọn representative wa would not have any other option than to go in line with what we want. Tá a bá sọ pé a ní àṣẹ election kò sí election náà nìyẹn kò sí nǹkan tó bá lọ ṣe election nígbà tí gbogbo tá bá dà síta for days weeks tá wà ní títì everywhere block everything tó di pé wà ní stand still our representative will be forced even if they don't like it láàrin ẹ̀ làwọn tó fẹ́ Yorùbá nation tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú náà máa wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fohùn síta pé yes a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation but nítorí pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé it will get to that stage what they have to do now is to make sure that they brought in somebody like Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí tó pe rẹ̀ níyàwó Abíọ́lá tó dé pẹ̀lú ẹnu ṣúgà àti honey tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń datọ́ oríṣiríṣi tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ta wá fún ní platform ta rò pé òun náà wà lára in tó máa jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation kó wáyé àṣé is the other way round ó dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ gbogbo tó ń lọ from the inside látijọ́ tó ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa kò jókòó ìpàdé kan pẹ̀lú bàbá Akíntóyè débi pé ó fẹ́ jókòó pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho kódà nígbà tó sọ fún pé kó wá sí Benin Republic ṣebí gbogbo èèyàn lọ sí Benin I mean kí ló dé tí kò lè lọ sí Benin Republic nítorí pé ó mọ̀ pé tóun bá dé Benin Republic tó bá rí wọn eyeball to eyeball kò ní lè parọ́ ojú kòkòrò tó ń pa fún wa lórí Zoom because we anybody ẹni lè jókòó síbà nísìnyí èmi mò ń tan kámẹ́rà lẹ́ẹ̀kan nísìnyí mo ti tan kámẹ́rà àwọn kan á máa bèrè pé kí ló dé tó tan kámẹ́rà lẹ́ẹ̀kan kò mean anything kò ń ṣe pé ẹ mọ̀ mí kò ń ṣe pé ẹ tí rí mi physically àwọn èèyàn ti rí mi so kò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí a rí eyeball ẹ̀ kó lè parọ́ fún wa pé lóòótọ́ ohun tó gbé dání yẹn confam ni wọ́n ní kó wá sí Benin Republic ó refuse kò fi wá sí Benin Republic but òun fẹ́ jẹ́ kí olóyè Ìgbòho wá sí Badagry kó wá jókòó sí Badagry sínú yàrá kan kó lè capture olóyè mọ́bẹ̀ whereas in tí àwa gbé dání nígbà yẹn ni pé the push pé the crowd lórí rally tá à ń gbé lọ àìtí ẹ̀ tí gbé rally dé Kwara State àìtí dé Kogi state mẹ́ta péré mo lè sọ pé a lọ lẹ́yìn Èkìtì a lọ sí Ọ̀ṣun a dẹ̀ lọ sí Oǹdó olóyè òtẹ tí gbé rally dé Kwara State irú gbogbo awuyewuye àwọn mùsùlùmí tó ń pariwo nísìn bóyá tá a bá débẹ̀ wọ́n á rí i pé yes kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn lágbé dání ọ̀rọ̀ pé ìyà ń jẹ yín ní 16 local government area so that kò ní sí reason débi pé wọ́n máa wá ní wọ́n fún wọn ní ráìsì tó tó ìdajì because àti first gbogbo àwọn representative tó wà ní Kwara to come into the conversation of Yorùbá nation they would have to sit down with us just like bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń rí crowd tẹ́ ń rí yìí was 32 years ago so ta ló wá ń sọ pé crowd táwa ń bá lọ yẹn pé crowd yẹn náà kò lè fọ́ọ̀sì ìtàn pè ní Yorùbá nation jáde àwọn kan níṣẹ́ rally lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ máa ṣe ẹ wá béèrè pé àwọn ilé tó jáde yìí kí ni wọ́n ń ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ̀ ẹ wòran kí ni wọ́n pariwo independent ariwo wo làwa náà ń pa nígbà tá à ń jáde ariwo kí là ń pa nígbà tá à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Yorùbá nation àmì nínú Nàìjíríà ariwo pé we want to have our own independent nation ariwo yẹn là ń pa but unfortunately we were interrupted by Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì Dúpẹ́ gangan ló wọlé ló disrupt that movement because she knew that kò ní wá rí bàbá Akíntóyè gbogbo pé ẹ bàbá ò fẹ́ ṣẹgbẹ́ òun ò ní ṣẹgbẹ́ how can you say you want to get a country and you don't want to have people to work with you èmi ò fẹ́ kí bàbá Akíntóyè wà nù ẹgbẹ́ kankan mo fẹ́ kó dá dúró and all that bullshit and all that rubbish that she was saying because ó refuse láti lọ sí Benin Republic nítorí pé ó mọ̀ pé tó bá lọ sí Benin Republic ó máa ní ìjókòó pẹ̀lú wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ máa bí láwọn ìbéèrè kankan òun ṣe ìbéèrè orí Zoom kódà ìjìnlẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ ò lè sọ pé òun ti rí Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì rí àti gbogbo àwọn tọ́jọ́ ń bá ṣe none of them okay tẹ́ bá ní kò mátà pé láti rí the question is how is this campaign of 32 years ó yàtọ̀ sí campaign táwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ this was 32 years ago in Ukraine in an analog stage tí bá ní ká lọ wo fídíò Ìgbòho ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ mú fídíò chief wa ká wá linus pẹ̀lú eléyìí tí ẹ̀ ń wò kẹ́ wá máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara yín pé kí ni ìyàtọ̀ tó wà níbẹ̀ kí ni ìyàtọ̀ tí à ń ṣe nígbà yẹn tó yàtọ̀ sí eléyìí ẹ rí i pé it is almost the same thing you need rallies you need the push will force your representative that do not want to be part of it into a conversation that they will not have any okay ó dàn pé Èkìtì ni mo fi save Èkìtì rally so I have to go under A B C D E ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú rally yẹn jáde ìta máa ń sọ pé you don't see Ìgbòho ẹ wá rí i pé okay so wọ́n ti rí i pé if we get this mo ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ lọ wo orúkọ mo fi save Èkìtì náà ni Ìgbòho Èkìtì jẹ́ kó mọ̀ alright mo ti rí Ìgbòho Èkìtì jẹ́ kó mọ̀ so let's find that video again so let's go and look for it mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ ni mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ I'm not talking to àwọn tí kò lè ní understanding kan tí mò ń sọ okay now this is Ekiti rally ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ rally. now ẹ wo rally tẹ́ ń wò yìí ẹ wo rally tìsàlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n play tìsàlẹ̀ this is 32 years ago eléyìí tó wà nísàlẹ̀ màá mute méjèèjì now ẹ wo difference rally yẹn no ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún padà sẹ́yìn kí ni ẹ lè sọ fún mi pé eléyìí tariwo tó ń pa ní 32 years ago àti tí olóyè ń pariwo lókè yẹn mo fẹ́ fast forward sẹ́yìn again you can see that they knew exactly what was coming up they knew exactly okay má bínú there's a okay now I think you can see mo move wá síbẹ̀ look at ẹ jẹ́ ká release audio méjèèjì kẹ́ wá máa rí the kind of synergy audio mic tèmi náà máa jáde so mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo echo yẹn bó ṣe máa jáde ẹ má bínú mic tèmi náà máa wà on while the Igboho rally that is good so this is the kind of vibrance this is the kind of energy tó ń travel ní gbogbo time tá à ń gbé rally yẹn káàkiri màá fẹ́ play ti Ukraine yẹn náà kẹ́ wá máa wò pé so that means pé the kind of thing tá à ń ṣe nígbà yẹn òun làwọn Ukraine náà ṣe ní 32 years ago let's listen to it. ṣe rí pé it is a kind of energy this is a kind of energy ṣe rí pé ti Ukraine ẹ rí pé àti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ṣe rí pé sound méjèèjì ṣe rí pé echo yẹn ṣe rí pé sound yẹn ṣe rí pé energy yẹn that was the kind of energy that we were pushing 2 years ago. But nígbà tí Dúpẹ́ dé, ó ní rally wo ló ń ṣe rally ló máa gba Yorùbá nation fún yín ni, ṣé rally ló máa gba Yorùbá nation fún yín ni. Okay, rally ò ní gba Yorùbá nation fún wa. Let's leave these two rallies alone. But there was something that led to Ukrainians push, because àwọn náà pariwo, as you can hear from that voice, tàmá tún play nísìn again. Ẹ wá rí i pé ariwo yẹn ó lead síbi tí wọ́n wá wọnú House of Representatives wọn láti enforce àwọn olóṣèlú wọn tíjọ́ náà lọ́hùn pé àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú Soviet Union mọ́, àwọn fẹ́ gba independent ìtọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn, which is exactly what we would have do as well. Because tá bá ti wà ní títì tá à ń pariwo lójoojúmọ́, then there will be a kind of, there might be confrontation, there might be some heat there and there might be some bash there, but at the end of the day, it will give us the push. Push yẹn nísìn ni wọ́n slow down. Eléyìí ń ṣe pé we don't need ẹ̀rí ìbọn náà wà nílé ni. No, they don't have a gun. All they have is the same flag. Wọ́n ní ṣé flag nìkan lè fẹ́ máa ṣe banner nìkan lè fẹ́ máa ṣe, ṣáriwo Yorùbá nation nìkan lè fẹ́ máa pariwo lójoojúmọ́, ọ̀nà wo lè fẹ́ fi gbà, kí ni template náà, and all this nonsense. And that literally divert the attention of the people. So ẹlòmíì gan tí mind ẹ̀ wà at stake, tí mind ẹ̀ wà settle, ó yà ní ìwé ńgbà tí wọ́n kúkú ti ṣe Yorùbá nation, ó yà lọ tẹ̀ka fún Tinubu. At the end of the day, government ti ń run by. Kí ni outcome government? Time will tell. Let's listen to this now. They are shouting ní èdè tiwọn, èdè ìlú wọn pé we want independent. Báwa náà ṣe sọ pé Yorùbá nation now, Yorùbá nation now. And at the end of the day, you can tell that there is a difference in what we were doing to what Dupe Onitiri brought on board. Let's listen now. Flag yìí fẹ́ tó jọrú flag ìtọ̀dọ̀ tiwa náà tá a ṣe the 25 meters. Ẹ rí pé flag yẹn this is 24th of August. Bí declaration wọn ṣe fẹ́ jáde ni mo fẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún yín. Níjọ́ ìgangan ni wọ́n make a declaration wọn tó pè ní act of declaration. Kò ń ṣe èyí tí Dúpẹ́ ṣe lórí YouTube tó náà ti gba country fún yín ẹ̀yin kan dẹ̀ wà excited ẹni ti gba Yorùbá nation is lies. Táwọn ilé bá lè ṣe léyìí ní 32 years ago, tó bá jẹ́ pé Dúpẹ́ wà genuine lóòótọ́, tí ó jókòó pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè lóòótọ́, tí wọ́n jọ wà lórí tébù lóòótọ́, tó ń ṣe ètò sọ pé yẹn mo pe lórí 1, mo pe lórí 2, tó ní bàbá dúdú debunker, tó ń pe bàbá Akíntóyè ní bàbá dúdú debunker, ọmọ àlè, born bastard. Mo mọ ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni bàbá ẹ̀ gan tó ń pe bàbá yẹn ní bàbá dúdú debunker. Bàbá Akíntóyè ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ó á pe bàbá Akíntóyè ní bàbá dúdú debunker. Mo kẹ́ Richard Alaba, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ, ìfẹ́ tó ní sí Ìgbòho, Ọlọ́run abẹ́ Elédùmarè bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ wọ náà. Bá ń kí gbogbo àwọn aráalé. Tó ń pe bàbá Akíntóyè, bàbá 88 years old, tó ti ń kọ history Yorùbá láti 1970, tí Bíyá Dúpẹ́ ṣì wà níbi tí wọ́n ti ń wọ pátá fún tó ń ṣe òṣì káàkiri. Bàbá Akíntóyè yẹn ló wá ń pè ní bàbá dúdú debunker. Tó náà ń pe Ìgbòho dáhùn lóhùn, tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń parọ́ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá left and right, nítorí pé ìtẹ́yìn fẹ́ gbọ́ òun lòún sọ fún yín yẹn. But ìtẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ fún yín ni pé ọ̀nà táwọn Ukraine fi gba declaration wọn òun lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Bó ṣe di pé èní di ọjọ́ Independence Day Ukraine tó ń pè ní 24th day of August ló ń celebrate. So ìwọ tó bá sọ pé a ti gba country láti November tó wá ń pe Jésù tó ń pè ànábì, you must be very stupid. Orí yín ò pé rárá, àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ti bá wa wá gbà àti ṣé nígbà táwọn eléyìí jáde ṣé àwọn eléyìí ò mọ̀ náà, they are Christians as well. Ukrainians are Christians. Àwọn ò ṣe gbé Bible jáde kọ́ wá máa reference mọ́ Bible. This was 32 years ago. But nítorí pé àwa fẹ́ fi gbogbo nǹkan afẹ́ fi kọ́ lọ́run lọ́rùn, we are liars. Ọlọ́run kan kọ̀ máa wò pé Ọlọ́run kan kò sùúrù. This is 32 years ago. Video 32 years ago ní black and white lẹ́ ń wò yìí. Èní náà ni wọ́n ṣe declaration yẹn ní 1991. Ẹ jẹ́ ká continue.
Що вам потрібно?
Kí ló fẹ́ sọ níbí báyìí? Ibi táwọn representative wọn tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ lélẹ̀. Arákùnrin tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ló ń pè ní Leonard Karachuk. What do you need to consult about? Èdè wọn náà ló ń sọ. Èdè tó ń sọ yẹn wọ́n ṣe wá ń bá wa translate ẹ̀. Ara ta fi ń sọ pé one people, one culture, one language. So ìwọ tí o sì ní lọ́kàn pé Dúpẹ́ ti bá ẹ gba country, ó jẹ́ tètè ya mẹ́mí ẹ̀ kúrò ń bẹ̀. Tó bá kúkú sọ pé òfin ṣe Yorùbá nation, èyí máa bá Nàìjíríà fọ lọ títí tí Yorùbá country máa fi dé. But tó bá ń sọ fún ẹ pé ó ti gba Yorùbá country, ọmọ tuntun ẹ̀dá kò sí kankan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Irọ́ ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀. Sọ pé mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Let's continue.
Радиться, я хочу вас запитати. І скільки
Only for how long do you need, for how long you need to have these consultations? Mo kí ìyàwó Bísímà Kànjọ́lá. Ó ń béèrè nínú ìpàdé tó wà, inú house wọn lọ́wọ́ yìí. For how long you need to have this one translated torí pé èdè ló ń sọ. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ lè má rí dáadáa, lèmi ṣe ń kà síta. Let's continue.
вже можна радитися? Адже кожен
These days is the time when each and every deputy need to have his own position on the matter. Matter wo ni ọ̀nà àwọn fẹ́ independent. Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa náà continue push tá à ń bá lọ, mo kí àwa beauty àmọ̀ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa náà continue ní trajectory tá à ń bá lọ, tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa náà continue níbi tí a ti ń gbé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn káàkiri ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, there would have no other option. Àwọn olóṣèlú wa láti jókòó pẹ̀lú wa láti make a decision tí a fẹ́ yẹn. But kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe kí ni? Wọ́n kọ́kọ́ lọ attack Ìgbòho sínú ilé. Wọ́n ò rí yẹn ṣe. Mo ń sọ fún yín pé bí Ukraine bó ṣe gba independent wọn, òun lè ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká continue. Only these days is the time when each and every deputy needs to have his own position on the matter. Position wo ni? The independent of the Ukrainian. Ukrainian náà mà ló ti gba independent ní 32 years nísìnyí. Ìdí tá a ṣe ń sọ fẹ́yìn kan ni pé ẹ farabalẹ̀. Bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho, Ṣèbánjí Ayélóge, YSDF, wọ́n mọ ọ̀nà tí a fẹ́ fi lọ. Gbogbo ohun tí Dúpẹ́ wá sọ diversion, ó wá divert mind wa away from ìta tí ń bá lọ tẹ́lẹ̀. And I've said it again and again. Àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá pariwo, wọ́n mọ̀ lẹ́mìí ara wọn pé there is nothing called Yoruba nation as a country yet.
депутат сьогодні час такий, що має мати свою власну позицію. Акт проголошення не
Now, ibi tó ti fẹ́ ka act of declaration, ṣe rí pé inú ilé amòfin wọn ló ti fẹ́ kà. Ẹ imagine tó bá jẹ́ pé a lọ́ọ̀kì gbogbo àwọn Lagos House of Assembly tí gbogbo àjọ wà nínú house tó lókàlùkù ò lọ sẹ́niwẹ̀ tájọ́ ń sùn tájọ́ ń jí níbẹ̀. They will be forced to either accept what we want or there will not be any sitting in the House of Assembly. This is exactly part of what we would have done. Ìyẹn ni Lagos ò ṣe jẹ́ kẹ́ gbé rally wá síbẹ̀. Torí ó mọ̀ pé tí rally yẹn bá ti lè múlẹ̀ ní Lagos State, ó máa take effect ní gbogbo state tó kù. That's why they have to keep killing us every time tá bá náà fẹ́ lọ sí Lagos State. Àwọn ilé ti fẹ́ ka act of declaration. Kò ń ṣe èyí tí Dagboruka tí wọ́n kà lórí YouTube fún yín, tọmọ kékeré kan ó dà pé ọmọ kan wà l'Amẹ́ríkà yẹn kà, ó tún lọ múyàn kan wà yẹn ka Faransé, àwọn náà ti gbà. Kódà tẹ̀ ní pépà declaration yẹn, because tó bá jẹ́ tó wà ní Wikipedia ti sọ fún yín pé ẹ ti gba Yorùbá nation. Wikipedia lélẹ̀ nísìn, and Wikipedia has the evidence that there was act of declaration, paper yẹn lẹ́ ń wò yìí, document yẹn lẹ́ ń wò níwájú yìí, in tó fi declare Ukraine ní 1991, 32 years ago. Táwọn kan wá ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí Koiki rí o, ẹ má jẹ́ kí bàbá Dìbọn kárí o lẹ́nu wọn, ẹ má jẹ́ kí Ìgbòho rí o. This is the act. Mo ti expand it. Èdè wọn ló fi kọ́. Ṣe rí pé ó ní òǹtẹ̀, evidence wà, video evidence wà. Ṣe rí pé ó wà dated 24th August. Bá a tẹ mọ èdè wọn, a ṣáà ti mọ̀ pé August nìyẹn, a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé 1991 nìyẹn. Àwa wá English version ẹ̀, ká máa kà síta. But this is how a declaration took place in Ukraine. Ẹ máa wonder pé Koiki, báwo ló tún ṣe tí wàá mọ ilé? Well, ibi tí bá jókòó sí, èmi sọ fún yín pé I take my time. Èmi ní international journalist yín ní gbogbo Yorùbá nation, ẹ forget ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe tẹnu, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè beat mi láàrẹ̀, mo mọ yín ní kò jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe ń sọ fún mi. Ní international wise, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín bí ṣe gbọ́ pé ní Ukraine celebrate declaration wọn. Ibi báyìí ni mo wà tí mò ń wo, mo fẹ́ lọ sórí history mi lórí YouTube, and this is where I was. In tí mò ń gbọ́ lọ lélẹ̀, mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa omi àti ship, bọ̀ kò ń ṣe léèní ní máa ṣe yẹn, mo fẹ́ join it together. Video bèbí ni mò ń wò.
If you got more than enough.
She's like also somebody I love to listen to. Leon ló wà, ó ti kúrò níbẹ̀, arábìnrin ó good gan. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ good ni wọ́n náà máa lọ máa wá bí wọn náà ṣe fẹ́ bó tẹ̀ lè ṣe bóun ṣe ń ṣe, at least kí wọn náà lè ṣe díẹ̀. Ẹ rí pé mo ti wo fídíò yẹn títí dé 52 minutes. Ibi tí mo jókòó sí náà ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti beginning. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló sọ níbẹ̀. Nínú tó sọ, mo ti rí more than 10 things tí mo lè fi ṣe program lẹ́yìn lórí láti fi educate gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Lára ẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ omi. Inú fídíò yìí ni mo ti gbọ́. Inú fídíò yìí mo ti gbọ́ tí mo fi lọ mú eléyìí jáde sílẹ̀. Tá bá ní time lálẹ́, màá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lórí. Tá bá jẹ́ kó gba omi mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, ẹ regret it for life. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ló fẹ́ sọ níbí báyìí, but this is another topic. Gbogbo kọ̀ńténà tó ń lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n níbi kan tó máa ń gbà tó ń pè ní Panama Canal. Panama Canal yẹn, omi fresh water ló máa raise ship yẹn wá sókè. Màá ṣàlàyé yẹn fún yín, mo fi mix ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe lálẹ́. But inú bíbá yẹn ni mo ti gbọ́ pé today in history ni Ukraine celebrate their independence. In tó fi mú mi jáde láti fi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bó ṣe gba independent wọn. Mo wá lọ Google ẹ̀, mo wá rí pé báwọn ṣe gbà, ọ̀nà tó fi gbà, òun la fi ń ṣe presentation lálẹ́ yìí. So ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí bèbè sọ.
The iconic clock tower overlooking the Kaaba in Mecca was hit by lightning. Finally, we're taking you back in history on this day, 1990.
Today in history, mo fi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lórí. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹni mídíà tó dáńtọ́ lẹ́nu, ẹni mídíà tó ní understanding tó ń pè ní foreign relationship, mo ti gbọ́ títí dé BRICS, ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ oríṣiríṣi. Gbogbo jágbajàgba tí Dúpẹ́ ń sọ yẹn, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bíi kódà mo fẹ́ lè sọ pé ìyàn fẹ́ máa bèèrè pé ṣé lè fẹ́ Abíọ́lá ṣálòótọ́, because ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ó jókòó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń tapọ̀ mọ́ lójú ẹlẹ́gbà. Ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ò travel, because tó bá yẹ kó travel lóòótọ́ bó ṣe sọ fún wa ni, kò ní máa gbé gbogbo fàbú yẹn sílẹ̀ tẹ́yìn kan wá buy into it. Ó ṣò pé àtẹ̀yìn àtòun gbogbo yín inú bí apalọ̀ kan náà lẹ́tijọ́ mọ tí lẹ́jọ́ mọ pepper soup tẹ́ǹtẹ̀ra yín nídìí. Ẹja gbọ́n kan tára bẹ̀rẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ.
1991, Ukraine officially declared itself an independent country. Ukraine.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ, Ukraine, máa farabalẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kó tún sọ fúnra yín, ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ again.
Those stuck in a flood-hit region. And Saudi Arabia witnessed a fierce storm. Its iconic clock tower overlooking the Kaaba.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé níbì kan wà, èmi náà ti lọ bá wọn jẹ́rí, wọ́n máa ń tapọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ tó máa ń ta àgbo níbẹ̀ mi mọ bó ṣe ń work méjèèjì pọ̀mọ́ aláta ibẹ̀ tó bá ti jẹ pọ̀mọ́ aláta wà tó máa gbolé lórí bó ṣe ń work kò yé mi mo ṣáà mọ̀ pé gbé mi náà lọ síbẹ̀ kó tó di pa bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation nígbà tí bá ń lọ sílé oríṣiríṣi jẹkújẹ lakọ̀ máa ń jẹ Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú wa Nàìjíríà yẹn pọ̀mọ́ aláta lọ́pọ̀ ibẹ̀ wà tó mú àgbolé lórí.
Mecca was hit by lightning. Finally, we're taking you back in history on this day, 1991. Ukraine officially declared itself an independent country. Ukraine said that it would no longer follow the laws set by the USSR. Eventually, in December, voters approved.
This is what we could have done if everything tọ́ba dàrú. Because àwọn olóṣèlú ò ní agbára aráàlú la rí ní bíbáyìí. That is the evidence here. No, not this one. This is the evidence. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ ka out of that declaration. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀tẹ́ ń wọlé ẹ má bínú pé mo lè máa dárúkọ ilé ẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan so that ká lè máa kí gbogbo yín dáadáa ká tó parí program. So tá a bá wá jókòó táwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín èèyàn kan wá máa sọ fún mi pé kébì accept ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti declare náà nìyẹn orí gbogbo yín ò pé ṣe rò pé bí apá lọ ni mo wà ní. We are talking about something that is very, very important in the history of people. 6 hours lárábìnrin ṣe fídíò 69,000 people ti gbọ́ nítorí pé ó kúrò ní Wion ó ti wá sórí first post ó gbóná kódà èmi gan máa ń fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó fi sọ ni èèyàn kan wá sọ fún yín àti gba country wa ẹ jẹ́ ká tó rìn wá díẹ̀ sí ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú ibi tẹ́mi ti mú ọ̀rọ̀ Ukraine tẹ́ ń gbọ́ lálẹ́ òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn that shows that is what I do. I sit kò ń kíni mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo Tani Ọlọ́run yẹn is a distraction iṣẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wájú pé ká focus Tani Ọlọ́run wọn máa gba bílẹ̀. Let us continue to educate our people on the reason why we need to leave that olórí burúkú bomb bastard country. So let's go further again.
In Mecca was hit by lightning. Finally, we're taking you back in history on this day, 1991. Ukraine officially declared itself an independent country. Ukraine said that it would no longer follow the laws set by the USSR.
Ǹjẹ́ àwa náà lè ṣerú ẹ̀? Yes. Ṣé ìgbà tóun declare nísìn ṣé òfin Nàìjíríà kọ́ lẹ ṣe ń follow orí gbogbo yín òpin ẹ ti ń mu pàìpàì? Ṣé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó declare ẹ dẹ̀ ṣe ń follow òfin Nàìjíríà? Àwọn eléyìí nígbà tó make a declaration wọn from that day henceforth they are not following the laws of Soviet Union anymore. That was 32 years ago. And òun ló fẹ́ kà ní bíbá mo kàn fún yín ní there's still a couple of things tí mo máa lò nínú fídíò bèbí but for now ìyẹn gangan ni the key aspect ẹ ṣàgbọ́ pé ó sọ pé náà ẹnu rẹ̀ bí a kà tó gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí finally ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú.
Almost manhandled, a dramatic rescue operation was launched to evacuate those stuck in a flood-hit region. And Saudi Arabia witnessed a fierce storm. Its iconic clock tower overlooking the Kaaba in Mecca was hit by lightning. Finally, we're taking you back in history on this day, 1991. Ukraine officially declared itself an independent country. Ukraine said that it would no longer follow the laws set by the USSR. Eventually, in December, voters approved a referendum formalizing Ukraine's independence. We're leaving you with that.
Ṣẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ọmọ gbọ́lá hàn. Ṣé rí pé ẹ̀yin wá ní ẹ declare arábìnrin yóò bá yín gbé àjàsíra ò gbé ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé kò má tà ẹ wá ní ọ̀dọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ tó yẹ pé gbogbo subscriber lórí YouTube kò pé 10,000 so ìjìnlẹ̀ yẹn ló wá ń pass message Yorùbá Nation Declaration àti Jimmy Boy fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe rí pé ó dà pọ̀ mọ́ aláta gan dẹ́ ó fẹ́ dá tó ọ̀rọ̀ Dúpọ̀ Onítìrí lọ torí pọ̀ mọ́ aláta ìmọ̀ pé àtún máa ta lẹ́nu sẹ́sẹ́ pọ̀ mọ́ aláta ó fẹ́ dá tó ọ̀rọ̀ tí Dúpọ̀ Onítìrí sọ. Ẹni Dúpọ̀ Onítìrí is a joke ẹ̀ ń sọ fún mi pé kò ń ṣe joke èèyàn kan tún pè mí lánàá ó ń bá mi argue ṣe rí pé ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n tí woman yìí sọ èyí tí woman yìí sọ evidence dẹ̀ wà evidence ẹ̀ ni mo fi ń wọ̀nyí látàárọ̀ Declaration Act òun lélẹ̀ báyà tẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n èdè tó kọ aṣáàrí pé towards the end ó ní nǹkan tó ń pè ok ẹ bá mi béèrè pé níbo ni Yorùbá Nation Declaration wà mo fẹ́ Google ẹ̀ ní o Yorùbá Nation Declaration níbo ló wà níbo ló wà níbo ni Yorùbá Nation Declaration wà níbo ni yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó fi ṣe fídíò tó reference lé lórí níbo ni Yorùbá Nation Declaration wà mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ìbóhùn ni mo ti Google ní sí ẹ má bínú helicopter kan ló ń fò lókè ẹ kà yẹ kí helicopter yẹn lọ bí àwọn tí ń wá àwọn ọmọ ńlá nìyẹn. Adé ń sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ ṣe sùúrù ẹ náà fẹ́ gbọ́ kí ló dé ganan ok mo ti type ẹ̀ sí bíbá yín nísìn ṣèbí nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ pé ó wà authentic tí èèyàn kan ṣe ń sọ fún mi pé no tí èèyàn kan sọ fún mi pé kí kémi tún lọ wo United Nations website lápapọ̀ nínú United Nations website ìbọn mo ti fi sí bíbá yín nísìn Yorùbá Nation Declaration bí ṣe Google ẹ̀ nísìn ó jẹ́ kó gbé gbogbo declaration yẹn síta fún wa ẹ wá sọ Yorùbá Nation ẹ wá sọ di àwàdà kẹríkẹrí ìjìnlẹ̀ wá jókòó ó ń sọ garbage lẹ́nu Jimmy Boy ìyẹn sọ garbage wọn níyàn kan jẹ́ alákàjẹ́ àbẹ́ àkàjálẹ̀ àbẹ́ àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn one bastard àwọn ìyá tí mo mọ bó ṣe bí Amẹ́ríkà ok mo ti gbà pé púpọ̀ mi ní ọ̀wá appear ok bí bá tẹ appear àmọ́ bó ṣe fún yín visa àmọ́ bó ṣe dé Amẹ́ríkà nígbà tẹ wá dé Amẹ́ríkà upgrade ara yín gbà tẹ pé Yorùbá movie ní púpọ̀ mi yín wò for a very long time ní understanding tó ń pè ní foreign and international policy ṣe bóun ni mo wá fi sí bíbá yín mo níbo ni declaration náà wà níbo ni declaration náà wà òun dà níbo ni document náà wà Wikipedia ò gbé síta ìjìnlẹ̀ maggot àti àjàkálẹ̀ coronavirus. I think some of you do not understand how the world really works. Bí a kì í tún kọ́ padà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀, let me give you a bit of how the world works. Mo fẹ́ padà sí nǹkan tí bèbè sọ níbí báyìí when it comes to kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ moon. Ẹ jẹ́ ká nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa BRICS. Now, what he accepted more countries into the BRICS kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wo bí international news tẹ́yìn jókòó pẹ̀lú jagbajantis jagbawèrè tí jìnlẹ̀ jókòó tó ń waste time rẹ̀ tó náà ń ṣàìsùn. These are the new countries to join BRICS: Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, ọ̀dọ̀ Abdullahi, United Arab Emirates, Ethiopia àti Argentina. Nàìjíríà ò sí níbẹ̀ so máa mú Nàìjíríà mọ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣèlú mo sọ wọn pé kò ń ṣèlú so fẹ́gẹ́dẹ̀ gbé Nàìjíríà sẹ́gbẹ̀jọ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries have joined BRICS. Their membership starts next year January 2024. So ìyẹn ń ṣe nǹkan kó wá máa sọ pé mo bò mọ́lẹ̀ mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́ rí ṣé Yorùbá Nation wá jẹ́jẹ́ bí family business ni tó wá di pé òun nìkan ló gbà òun nìkan náà ló ní understanding ẹ̀ òun nìkan náà ló máa ṣe country yẹn òun nìkan náà ló máa wá gbé ìjọba délé wá ó dà pé gbogbo yín ti ń mu cocaine ó dà pé cocaine ẹ ti ń fẹ́ sínú agbárí yín à ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó make understanding fún yín ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ let me just play kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbọ́ bí bèbí ṣe ṣe analysis ẹ̀ níbí báyìí okay nígbà tí Cyril Ramaphosa tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lélẹ̀ mo fẹ́ rewind ẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn I'm not gonna play everything ẹ̀kọ́ gbọ́n kan tó fi sọ this is how foreign policy and international people ibi tó this are the talk kò ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mu ẹgbẹ́ dání pẹ̀lú ìjìnlẹ̀ maggot tó ń sọ jágbajàgba lẹ́nu.
Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take. Àwọn tó join BRICS lásán nìyẹn so tẹ́yìn bá wá join ni ẹ wá sọ pé ti ní country
So kò ní wá sí any kind of country tó máa debate, tó máa ṣe analysis lé lórí, tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Mo sọ fún yín, ẹ má lọ ní high blood pressure. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ sọ pé ti gba country, high blood pressure ó máa dé wá bá yín because ẹ máa wà frustrated because woman yìí máa wá àtàmàtàmì ó náà need $1 million òun fi gbé ìjọba délé wọlé. So $1 million nísìnyí ló máa gbé ìjọba dé wọlé tẹ́ fi padà yín tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ raise $1 million. So ẹ jẹ́ sọ pé kó lọ ṣí vault tí MK Abiola ní níbi tó tọ́jú owó sí kó lè bá yín tètè complete owó yẹn. Tó ló mọ̀ pé kẹ́ tó complete $1 million yẹn ẹ tẹ̀ lágùn á ń bọ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá complete ẹ̀ kò sí bí ẹ ṣe fi gbé ìjọba délé kọ̀ọ̀kan wọlé torí pé irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀.
Take effect from the 1st of January 2024. Thank you very much.
That was the biggest outcome from today. An agreement.
That is the biggest outcome. So when is the biggest outcome for Yoruba Nation going to happen? It will happen when somebody like the Oracle, Professor Adebanji Akintoye, when at the appropriate time that we believe we can make such kind of announcement. You don't make that kind of announcement without defending that territory, without protecting what is meant to be our own. So whether you are in a hurry or not, you will all have to wait patiently until things are put in place for a proper declaration, not the declaration of the nonsense. And maybe Yoruba Nation is only registered under the UNPO, which has a document, which has a video, which has evidence, which have everything it takes. As you can see there, video evidence here. Arise Television ló sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní 2021. Again, you can see it there. The evidence is there. Baba Akintoye lọ interview ní bíbá during that discussion. Nítorí pé COVID ni ó jẹ́ kó lọ sí ibẹ̀ láti lọ ṣe program yẹn ni, but because of the COVID at that time, bí àyẹn lẹ́yìn mix up. Yes, there was also the mint, which was meant to have been Mexico, India, Nigeria, and Turkey. Yes, mint country. But Nigeria is a waste of time. Ó ti delay ayé gbogbo other African countries. So it's a complete joke. And this is why I'm also
really delighted actually to be introducing Professor Banji Akintoye. I'm going to unmute him just to make sure that he is actually here. What is so special about the Yoruba World Congress that we're welcoming in today is that in many ways it's a new...
Just the way Egboti Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, which if we welcome our new members into the BRICS, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn eré náà ṣe welcome wa. Kò wá ń ṣàwà nìkan lọ welcome níjọ́ yẹn. Gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń wò nínú Zoom yẹn, àwọn ìlú tó welcome náà nìyẹn. Tabanike donate owó fún wa is a voluntary donation. It's not for Yoruba Nation. It's for the project of koikimedia to keep the job going. So details yẹn ló ń fi sórí screen fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wò lórí YouTube. musakalam1@yahoo.com. The first bank is 3096808848. We don't have any super chat to support on the YouTube because it has been removed. If you also want to support, you can send the Kofi bot or you can send, money to the UK bank account. That account is no longer in operation. My UK Barclays account, that account is no longer working. So get in touch with Lumi to get the latest update of the account. Let's listen again to how Baba Akintoye was addressing the UNPO, which is also at least UNPO segment compared to at the declare Yoruba Nation, and we cannot even find anything to buttress it. Apart from our Jadi, even government letter táwa fi jáde pé the declaration of Yoruba nation, Baba Akintoye sọ pé we don't know anything about that. And let me read that quickly before we go further. Let me reduce the front. Press release. We, the official Yoruba self-determination movement, wish to respond to the claims that Yoruba nation has been declared. Such claims were circulated widely on multiple social media platforms on the 20th of November 2022. These claims are false. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan false, irọ́ ni. Tó bá lo fake visa d'Amẹ́ríkà, tó bá gbé ẹ mú ẹ̀wọ̀n ló ń lọ. Yóò mọ̀ pé gbogbo olúwọlé tẹ máa ń ṣe yẹn. Tó bá lò dé Amẹ́ríkà, òun lọ sẹ́wọ̀n nìyẹn. These claims are false, not only misleading, which is what Dr. Onitiri have done. She has misled many Yoruba people, and those Yorubas are still believing that òtítọ́ ló sọ. Àwọn kan tó ń fi sentiment pé tó lójó obìnrin. Can you imagine that? So, àwọn ìyá wa tí wọ́n wà lórí ètò pẹ̀lú mi, ìyá wa Beauty Àmọ̀pé, ìyá wa Bísí Mákanjúọlá, àwọn grandma Gbémilékè, my own mother, Alájà Airat, Alájà Bàrúwá, gbogbo àwọn màmá dáadáa, Mrs. Janet Fashaki, Ìyá Jagun. So àwọn yẹn ò kì í ṣe obìnrin. Àwa sọ pé torí pé Dúpẹ́ jẹ́ obìnrin la ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ síbẹ̀ yẹn. Some of you do not need to know that Dúpẹ́ kò lè jókòó síbi tó ti ń ta pọ̀nmọ́ aláta súẹ́súẹ́ gan sẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n máa lè dànù ni. Torí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ yẹn tó bá lọ sọ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó ń jẹ pọ̀nmọ́ pẹ̀lú àgbo wà lórí ọ̀pẹ. So èmi mọ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó ń ta ẹ̀pà àti kúlíkúlí àtàwọn tó ń ta puff-puff, ó dàn kí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló jókòó sí tó fi ń sọ pé òun gba Yorùbá nation fún yín. These claims are false, not only misleading, but have dangerous potential. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ wọ́ọ̀dì yẹn, to destabilize the true legal route of self-determination. Ṣé kò ti destabilize ẹ̀? No, ìwọ náà béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara ẹ̀ náà láti ìgbà tí Dúpẹ́ tí náà ti declare. Ṣé kò ti destabilize tó? Ó fọ́ gbogbo different platforms. Ó divide gbogbo everybody. Àwọn kan ti sọ pé ó ti declare. Wọ́n wá lọ ń jubilate lọ́dọ̀ Ìjìnlẹ̀ nínú 7,000k view tó ní. And I'm not joking. Ìjìnlẹ̀ doesn't have 10,000 followers on his YouTube channel. I can show you. So when some of you think that we are lying, we talk with evidence. Mo sọ fún yín pé kò ní kankan tó ń pè ní rédíò. Tọ́kì ò fún ní license radio station ló ń pa. MixLR ló ń lò. Pé òun nílé. Gbogbo subscriber tó ní 7.1. Gbogbo video tó ti ṣe so far is less than 900. So you think that these carry water? You think that this can be a test of time? Some of you need to come to reality that it's a lie. Kò ṣe pé mo fi ń bàjẹ́, but irọ́ ló ń pa. Lórí Yorùbá nation pọ̀ ti declare irọ́ ni Ìjìnlẹ̀ máa kọ̀ sí pa. Ó mọ̀ yẹn dájúdájú, but it is very difficult for him. There could be inducement. There could be a financial gain. There could be whether what he promised ẹ̀ kó máa fún ní visa Los America, because a mọ̀ pé Jídé tó wà nínú Yorùbá nation tẹ́lẹ̀ láàrin world media. Ó sọ fún wa pé ojú owó ń pọ́n Ìjìnlẹ̀. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ. Máa mú fídíò yẹn jáde. Ó sọ fún wa lẹ́yìn, ó sọ ní gbangba. Because ẹ mọ̀ pé yẹn máa ń ṣe travel Los America. Ìjìnlẹ̀ sọ fún pé kó jọ kó ràn wọ́n wá sí America. Ó jẹ́ pé mo fi ń bàjẹ́. The evidence is out there in the public. So kó wa máa ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé àti gba Yorùbá nation fún yín, màmá wa mú àti gba Yorùbá nation. Ṣèbí ìbí ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà promote títí. Nígbà tí ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ti rí pé irọ́ nìyá ìgbéda, ìyẹn àti tìyà jábọ́lẹ̀. And this is why the press statement says destabilize. Kí ló ń pè ní?
Destabilize.
Tàbá ní destabilize.
Destabilize.
Upset the stability of or cause unrest or instability. Ṣé Dúpẹ́ ò tí destabilize the movement? Wọ́n ní kò mú ní ibi tí Dúpẹ́ ti ń jókòó sí orí táwọn mọ́là ti ń mú kò mú. Wọ́n tẹ̀sọ́ pé gbé ní north anyway, so I won't be surprised. Ṣé Dúpẹ́ ò tí destabilize movement yìí tó? Ìwọ náà máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀, because mo fẹ́ kí mind wa ṣe padà sí Ukraine. Àìtí ẹ̀ tí gbọ́ ibi tí wọ́n ti fi sọ out of their own declaration. Ṣé ẹ rí pé nígbà tó fi ṣe tí wọ́n ojú gbangba lọ ṣe, wọ́n ò ṣe ní kọ̀rọ̀. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n bo aṣọ, wọ́n bojú bí eégún, bojú olóró ń bọ̀, bó ṣé kì í ṣe má ṣe o, wá sọ Yorùbá nation ó sọ di àwàdà kẹríkẹrí. Ìyẹn làwọn kan fi máa ń sọ fún wa pé ó dà pé gbogbo yóò serious. Báwo lẹ tẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ kí woman ìtẹ̀wọ́ báwo ló ṣe wà rin yín gan sẹ̀? Báwo lẹ ṣe jẹ́ because ẹnu ẹ dùn náà ṣèbọ́dọ̀ ayé kò tọ́ ló lọ àbí kinní kan tòótọ́ kinní kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ti kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ pé Abdulsalam gbogbo ẹ̀ náà gimmicks ni. It's part of the preparation to come and deceive us. Yadagboru 2 by 2. So you can see that she destabilized the true and the legal route of self-determination. Since the beginning of the struggle in 2018, we have sought to employ only a peaceful method, utilizing the legal instrument outlined in the international law and the Nigerian Constitution provision for self-determination. These methods have not changed. The only person authorized to speak on behalf of the Yoruba self-determination movement is nobody than Professor Banji Akintoye. We therefore caution all Yoruba people to be wary of believing anything reported by other sources. Any other sources? No, Ijile Marcos. And that source does not mean that it's well heard all over the world. But the proportion of the Yoruba people that are listening to Ijile are still being convinced that it is true. Dupe made a declaration, and that declaration is authentic. And I am now using that declaration to review the same declaration similar to what we call declaration in Ukraine, which we can say that 32 years ago, this is how the declaration took place in Ukraine. And what it really says, Act of Declaration of Independence of Ukraine. Let's go further. In view of the mortal danger surrounding Ukraine, in connection with the state coup in the USSR on August 19, 1991, continue the 1,000-year tradition of state development in Ukraine, proceeding from the right of the nation to self-determination, in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations and other legal documents, implementing the Declaration of the State Sovereignty of Ukraine, and right there you can see that the numbers of their parliament, this is what we should have told Lagos State House of Assembly to have done. A declaration even in the house in Lagos State would have sent a signal throughout the world. It would have sent a signal to CNN, Al Jazeera, United Nations, European Union, Federal Government of Nigeria, if we have made a declaration inside the State House of Assembly in Lagos State. So you can see that 346 against, one person was absentee, Omaleniye. 3 people didn't vote out of 362. This is how the declaration took place in 1991, because àwọn parliament wọn ẹ rántí pé níjọ́ náà lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn náà, as much as they were all under Soviet Union, every one of them have their own parliament. Just like tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n destroy regional government wa ni kò bá push fún self-determination, àwọn ni kò bá jẹ́ campaigner táwa kọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́ wọn. But ẹ rí pé bàbá Akintoye ló wá ń gbá gbogbo iṣẹ́ yẹn, because àwọn olóṣèlú wọ́n fẹ́ nǹkan tí bàbá Akintoye fẹ́, because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí bàbá Akintoye bá ti gba tó fẹ́ yẹn, there will be new system in place. Ìyẹn ni arábìnrin ṣe sọ fún wa, ẹ rántí video tí a gbọ́ lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan towards the end where Ukraine stopped being part
Leading
of
cause
Soviet
of
Union.
disability.
Let's hear that again from
The aide was blocked from entering a venue, almost manhandled. A dramatic rescue operation formalizing Ukraine's independence. History on this day, 1991, Ukraine officially declared itself an independent country. Ukraine said that it would no longer follow the laws set by the USSR.
So, nígbà tí Dúpẹ́ náà ti gba country fún yín, kí ló dé tó ṣì tún accept law Nigeria? Kí ló dé tó ṣì ń follow òfin Nigeria? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ní wọ́n ti gba country yẹn, kí ló dé tí ẹ ṣì ń lo òfin Nigeria? Kí ló dé tí ẹ stop láti máa lo òfin Nigeria láti November last year? Oh, ẹ ṣì ń prepare, ẹ ṣì ń dúró de ìjọba délé, ẹ ṣì ń dúró de kí ìjọba délé dé, tó bá ti raise owó tán, so that ìjọba délé yẹn á wá gbé òfin constitution tí yín jáde, á wá gbé monetary system tí yín jáde, á wá gbé passport tí yín jáde, á wá gbé owó tí yín jáde. Do you know how many things is involved? Ẹ wá sọ countries, ẹ sọ the family business. Ẹ fi pin mọ́ra yín lọ́wọ́, ẹ sọ the family business. I don't think some of you knows the reality of what is called a country. I don't think some of you knows that there will still be, even in a country, there will be opposition. So ẹ wá fi mandate gbogbo nǹkan lé everybody lórí, ó dà pé kò mú tẹ̀ mú, kò jẹ́ kẹ́ ní understanding. I'm not going to push too much on this program tonight. We've done 1 hour again. I will leave it for now like this. We will continue furthermore tomorrow. I just wanted to make it on record that Lenity Ukraine is celebrating Independence One. We touched on that same topic. That is the reason why we are out again, as much as at least it will be on record that 24th is Ukrainian independence. Even though many Yorubas do not want to accept the reality that you don't have a country yet. But the fact is, there's nothing called Yoruba nation country as we speak right now. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ pé declaration wà. Don't be deceived. Don't be fooled. Don't allow yourself to be deceived by this Gaiman 419 media that is telling you that they've declared a country. Yes, gbogbo tó ń sọ is more like a campaign for awareness. Tẹ́ bá lọ gbọ́ gbà mí tó bá sọ̀rọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ wọn gan ó wà contradictory. I listen to him all the time. And his words are very, very contradictory. You cannot be saying that you have a country and be trying to still talk about Nigeria. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn pẹ̀lú Nigeria mọ́. But unfortunately, because they know that they don't have what it takes as the country that they say they've declared. So he has to keep talking about Nigeria because when you say you have a declaration, you must start talking about policies. You must start talking about, relationship, setting up a government. I think setting up a government is like your family business. I think you must all be joking. I think some of you must come back to reality. A country is not a joke. A country has a lot. Part of that, you will still have to negotiate within the people that are yours, not to talk about the external bodies that do not even want you to go anyway. So when we talk about declaration, maybe some of you need to go and study again, if you want to, Declaration of Independence of Ukraine. If Ukraine 32 years ago was able to achieve such, maybe there was bloodshed or not. I have not talked about that yet. I don't know. But we saw that there is a clear evidence from these two presentations. This is the part 2. We've done the part 1, even though there was a bit of glitch in the audios. They managed part 1 here. But from what we have discussed tonight, if you're still out there hoping, thinking that a Yoruba nation has been declared, you need to start thinking otherwise. Kemabalo develop symptoms in the body. It is entirely up to everybody to believe. But Jimmy Boy can sit in America and talk garbage. Even gone, the new airport, Timori Tiwashisi, Ibadan, would not even think of a declaration. They claim the Yoruba nation land is there because presently it is for Nigeria use. The same thing goes with the cargo airport. The 419 is saying that he has built. All I can say is that's a tarmac and a landing and taking off. We have 7 states in Yoruba land. Which one the feel we understand your declaration? What we are still doing is campaign and awareness. The only man that will make a declaration at any point and it will make impact with the support of millions of us, not just IGBOHO. I'm talking about millions of Yoruba people will rise up from wherever they are and they will carry that flag and the world will hear the sound of that declaration. Not the declaration that you had inside where you were drinking kamu or whatever and akara. What we are debating here and what we are talking about here is a serious matter. Country, family business. It has a lot of stakeholders. So if Dupe is thinking that àwọn làwọn máa ṣe stakeholder, òun máa tó wá dì pẹ̀lú àwọn kan, I think she's out of her mind. I will not say more than that. Mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ ní ká sùn. My name is OLAMILEKAN and the platform is KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. As I leave you in the hands of the Lady Mary, I'll be out again tomorrow as we continue to enlighten, educate, and give you as much of reasons why the Yoruba has to go now before it is too late. Couple of things are coming up this weekend. There's a town hall meeting from Ilana Modua. There's going to be another online radio that was going to be launched on Sunday, again from Ilana Modua. Canada town hall meeting. Can the Yoruba survive alone without Nigeria? There's also the youth conference coming up on Saturday. Tomorrow, Yonkan are having an event at exactly 7 p.m. The shortwave radio is still okay. You might want to switch it on, or you might want to download the apps on the Play Store. Don't let your mind trickle. We are on the right track. Emma Mikon, Emma Foya, Emma Jakiemi Koshe Ziggy Ziggy. Yes, it might look like nothing is happening right now, but I can tell you a lot will happen. And that lot that is going to happen will kickstart when it needs to start. But next month, at the New York General Assembly, United Nations General Assembly rather, the mega rally are coming out again to tell the world the reason why the Yorubas are agitating for the right to self-determination. From the east to the west, to the north to the south, different part of the world, maybe keep it to power. Moki Omode, Moki Agbalagba. Moki gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí, anthem mi ni mo wá o, so that I can end the broadcast. And on that note, shout out to you all. Triple DRS, Kunle Bakers, Ijaya, Abdullahi, Mr. Kerele, Yawa BC, and Yawa Gbemileke, Iwapelewa, and as many of you on the Instagram. Efokon Ibale, Nigeria will fall apart, just like Soviet Union did. It will happen in our lifetime. But the question is, we must continue to listen to instructions, especially from those leading the movement. So that because some of you do not want to listen. You want to be the boss of your own. And that's why thank you so much. And the rest of you, if I didn't mention your name, just checking out now. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Odaro. Okay, we'll consider. Odaro. That's enough.